if they're like sharing the ball more and that's what it is, because Derrick Henry's kind of had like a not so great season. I'm not really sure.
You really hate to see split carries. Committee City is probably the last thing you ever want to see whenever you're having running backs, but that's what half the league is this year. It's all
Yeah,
committees. I think there's maybe, I mean, this is just like spitting off the top of my head. I'm probably so wrong, but I would say at least half the teams probably run a committee, like a strong committee where this, like the touches are almost 50-50. Because it's miserable out
trying
there
to
trying to
think.
find a running back that
Yeah,
actually does something nowadays.
yeah,
You just
it's
can't
tough.
find them. But yeah, we'll get into the meat of it right here. It's Monday night. We got Chiefs Eagles tonight, which I'm really excited about. Kind of the game, I guess, Super Bowl rematch. Maybe the game of the year, possibly. Like we might be getting a sneak peek at who could be the winner of it all. You know what I mean? So who knows? Who knows? Because like everyone's really hype on Miami, but they have not beat a team that has a winning record. Or I think they have, but it's been very few teams that they have beat.
They're losing guys to injuries too, right?
Well, so they lost to Chain, or however you say his name, for the second time after he
Yeah.
already was out there balling it up for 3 games. Dude probably had the craziest 3 game run of all time. It was almost similar to, do you remember that guy from the Steelers who every time Le'Veon would go down, he would just come in there and go off? His name was like D'Angelo something. Ring any bells?
No.
Let's see if I can get this guy looked up. But he was the same way. Like he actually was the very first. He was like I think he caused a little bit of controversy in our league the very first season with. I think somebody was trying to pick him up, and there was some foul play.
Oh, see, I
In the,
wasn't in
and
the league the first year.
I guess I'm just gonna look up like Pittsburgh Steelers, D'Angelo Russell. No, that's a basketball player, right?
Fuck if I
Wallace.
know.
I want to say it's Wallace. Let me see what we can find here on D'Angelo Wallace. Mm, no, dude, I'm freaking. D'Angelo Wallace is a YouTuber. That's funny. Okay. Not even that important. Mike Wallace? D'Angelo Williams. Here we go. This is who this guy was. Yes, D'Angelo Williams, I believe was this man's name. But now I'm losing confidence in this because I don't see any sort of. Needless to say, there was a
What was
Pittsburgh
the
running back
what was the foul
that had a pretty
play?
good.
What was the foul play involved? Do you remember?
The foul play was so this was early on where not everyone really knew the rules of the waiver wire and how it kind of operated.
Yeah.
And so what happened was Le'Veon went down mid game. This guy comes in, sets it off. I want to say this is on a Monday night, maybe, or maybe a Thursday night. It was either on the beginning of the week or on the back half. And so what
Hmm.
happened was I put in a claim for him because I was like, okay, well, this guy's obviously going to be the next up guy. So let me go ahead and put in a waiver claim for him. And I knew how the waivers work. So basically, it's you have to wait until the week is over for the player to become available, right?
Yeah.
Well, this player got added to the team of another person manually. And I was like, interesting. So I don't know if I would have got this guy,
Uh,
and I don't think it would have really. This wasn't a season where I was a contender by any means. Um, but needless to say, I want to say the guy that won,
Adam.
he was the guy that might have had him for a second. So
Huh. And
was it the
who added him?
it was B Will.
I knew it. Cheating
It was
sack.
I think I texted him and I was like, hey dude. I was like, I know you just got that dude without like I know how the waiver works. He might have ended up putting him back. I can't remember. But it was one of the very first things. Oh, touchdown Chiefs. And of course, dude, there's
Who
this
is it?
guy, and I don't even think I think he's a receiver because Travis Kelce Kelce. Oh Travis Kelce, that guy. But they're always on the field together, but it's this Justin Watson. He's number 84 for the Chiefs. Dude has been munching my touchdowns and my catches from Kelsey left and right. I don't know if it's just he's the new guy or if defenses have finally figured out Kelsey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just yeah. It's almost like yeah. He's been that guy for a while. It's like you'd almost be stupid if your defensive game plan wasn't, hey, we need to make sure we have like two guys on Kelsey like all times, bro. Do not even let him try to catch a ball.
Do you think that works though, or do you think that just limits his production? And it's
I
just
think
like,
it
well, if we can just limit his production, we have a better chance of winning than if we
I think
let
it
play it evenly.
I think it limits the production and then can kind of change the output a little bit, like
It probably definitely messes with Mahomes when he's looking out there at his
yeah,
options and goes,
yeah,
"Ooh,
yeah,
my kind of escape,
because
my
that's his
escape
guy.
door is
Yeah,
not there anymore." Because
yeah,
he's always
exactly.
doing those like weird, on the run, just throwing them out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, and
Just
he knows Kelsey's going to catch it every single time that he does it. So it's like if you take that away, because that's a big part. Like sadly, that's a big part of Mahomes' game, right? Like just doing backyard football bullshit, right? And so
right.
like if you take that away, like you know, kind of force him to be uncomfortable a little bit, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, it's been working. The Chiefs' offense has been pretty quiet this year. I mean, they're definitely still good because they're 7-2, but I think a lot of it has been a little bit of the Kansas City defense and old Harrison Butker. Is somebody knocking at me, or did someone drop
Is
something? I
that?
hope. I hope
I was
no
about to
one's
say,
knocking at
somebody just
me. If
knock on
someone
your
knocks
shit.
at me, dude, I'll be like, buddy, it's 8:30. It ain't
You
late
don't have to
enough
fuck him
yet.
up, bro.
Did I tell you so? I think it's just the fact that the TVs all here are super loud. But this guy that was in the room next to me last week, or maybe it wasn't last week, maybe it was the week before, dude's volume on his television, you could hear it from the other end of the hallway. That's
For
how loud
real?
it was. Yeah, it was so loud. And he was
You
watching
think he was?
something where there was gunfire like every 5 seconds. I want to say he was watching like Vietnam highlights or something. I have no idea what he was watching because there was gunfire going off about every 5 seconds. So I was like, dude, what are you watching in there? And why
You
is it
think
at
he was
max
doing like?
volume?
You think he was doing like sketchy shit in there?
No, I think he was just literally watching TV and not realizing that it was just blaring.
Huh? Interesting.
This hotel's been quite the trip. I don't know if this was ever on recording, but this is the same hotel where the guy and the woman started screaming at each other in
No,
the
you
elevator.
called me. Yeah, you
Yeah, I think I
called me
just
about this.
called
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That was an insane thing to witness because you get those things recommended to you on your TikTok or just any kind of social media where it's just Karens in the wild or
yeah.
I guess the what's the opposing side, the Darren, I guess is what they're going with now. Just people
I
losing their
didn't know that.
minds in a social setting for no reason. Sometimes they're in the right, sometimes they're not, but most of the time it's over something ridiculous and they're acting just ridiculous, which makes it like those videos hurt me to watch. I can't watch them. It makes me I get secondhand embarrassment for the person going
I
off. I'm like, you're
love,
just ruining your day,
I
and now
love
everyone's gonna
watching
see
them.
it.
I love watching them because, like, what
And I
what
don't think
length are they gonna go? To try to prove their
right.
point or whatever it is, right?
You know what's been pissing me off too is a lot of those are all staged videos, and you don't realize it until you've watched 5 minutes of it, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Are you kidding me? I just
yeah,
watched this for 5 minutes, believed in it for a split second, only to check the comments and be like, this is a bit." Da-da.
yeah.
You're like, oh, if I had 5 minutes
Damn
back,
it.
I'd be so mad, dude. I watched one time, and it was like this chick was just going like basically just doing stuff to these people's cars, and I was like, that is wild that someone's this mad that they're just I mean, you got to think, even a logical person would be like, if I damage their car, I'm obviously going to get some sort
In
of
trouble.
repercussion, right?
Yeah, yeah,
There's no way I can get out of this. Like, they have me on video, there's my face.
yeah.
Watch this whole thing. I'm like, wow, that was wild. And then I think not 4 posts later, I get another one. It's like the same girl. And I was like, oh, I was like, dude, they
Damn
got
it.
me. And then I go to their page and it's just, it even says, like, I think like in the caption or like in their little bio, it's like, this is all for
It's all
show.
fake.
I got again by another. There was one in a classroom where I think someone and this teacher really got into it, and I was like, "Whoa, that's wild! I can't believe people are just doing that in college classes now." And
Yeah.
then read the comments again. This is a
Lo and
bit. This is a
behold, it's a
sketch.
bit.
I'm just like, dude, is
Damn
anything
it.
real anymore? The one that made me the most mad, and I think this is already been and gone, but it just really shows that people can get famous off of something for 5 seconds on something like TikTok and then just disappear into the void. But these guys, it was this, I want to say pro like a mom and a son, and they were going to pick up their groceries, and there was this guy
Hmm.
who pulls up on, I want to say the original video was on a bird scooter, pulls up on
Okay.
a bird scooter, gets this huge grocery order, and they're just like, no way he's gonna get all these groceries, man. I mean, there's just no way. So he starts breaking out all these clips and belts, and he's got straps galore. So he's just got the whole nine. And they
Yeah.
film him doing this thing. They talk to him for a second. It seems kind of genuine. You're like, okay, this is almost. It seems kind of real, but also it's a little. You're like, what are the odds? And this guy's
Yeah.
not just like. I mean, they're talking to him the whole time, so it's not like it's a. Hey, we're not just filming you from a distance. They approach him and start talking to him and all this stuff. And I was like, oh wow, like crazy video. Not, but maybe a week later, dude. There they are again at like another store. They're like, oh my gosh, dude, no way we rated you again. I'm like, dude, shut up, man. Y'all all know each other. I hate that I even was a part of this for 2 seconds. So,
Contributed to the viralness of
exactly.
giving them their view.
You have to think though, and that's even whenever we were doing this, I guess, because you can, I guess, just do something like that to get kind of viral for a second, but then where do you go? If you want to take it to the next level, I guess, and actually make a career out of it or something, or do you just take your little moment and go, that was cool, it was fun while it lasted. Now I'll go into work and be like, yeah, I have a couple TikToks that got a million views or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Because that's got to be just crazy. I mean, there's no way you can capitalize that well on something that's like so. You have one direction to go,
It feels like, yeah, it feels like you got to have at least more than a one to
right?
make something out of it, right? Like you probably can't get, depending on what it is, right? Like you probably can't have one. Well, I'd even say like, yeah, you can't really have one viral video and just be done, right? Like, like think about the damn Daniel guy or whatever. Like that went viral, or whatever, and I haven't heard about him since like 2016 or whatever time that
The
was.
thing, I mean, I could be wrong. I think the thing with them though was they didn't really continue doing that after it got like hype. I feel like just the meme hit. They were like, "This is crazy." Wrote it for as long as it was going to go, and then they were just like, "All right, we're out of here. Why not?"
I mean, it could, yeah, yeah, it could be, yeah,
But I don't know. It just feels like
yeah,
with TikTok, it feels like I see so many things that either hit my For You page for a month or so, and then they're just gone, and then I never hear these users again.
yeah.
So it's
I
like
don't know.
industry plants, man. I don't know. What are they doing? It could just be it's
Yeah,
not that deep, and they're just making little
huh?
videos that happen to go somewhat viral. I guess
Yeah, yeah. It could have been a mistake.
could have been because maybe they're not even
Maybe,
trying. I guess
yeah, maybe they didn't want to go viral. Maybe that's why you never see them again because they went viral on accident. They're like, "Fuck this, dude, I'm out. Never
one hit
posting a video on
wonder.
the internet ever again."
I think that'd be so sick though. Even if just like even whenever the clip that I put out there for my fantasy recaps,
Yeah,
even those just getting like 1,000 views. I thought this is
got you
it.
hype. You're like,
I'm freaking here, baby. I've made it. I mean, I don't know where do I get my blue check? Where do I sign my life away? Give me a YouTube play button. Go ahead, please. Also, apologies for how I sound. I'm recovering from an illness, so this is what you're gonna get today. It's gonna be very very low tone, and also this hotel room is just pure hardwood and hard wall, so we're getting a lot of echo in here. Lots
that's all
lots of
right.
lots of traveling, but we recorded in here. We've already done this before, so it'll sound fine. It'll sound fine. But as it is Monday, what'd you do this weekend? I guess
Food trucked it up all weekend.
all
So
weekend.
all weekend,
Didn't
all
you have
weekend
an
long.
Didn't you have an event on Saturday?
I had an event on Friday. Yep.
And
Yep.
where was that
Went
at?
out in between Carl Stewart and Margaret Van. So the
Nice,
teachers wanted some waffles, and we went out there, set up in between the two, and
nice.
flipping some waffles.
Was it just you guys there, or was there multiple food trucks?
Yeah, yeah. It was just us. We're just
Oh,
hanging out all
nice.
by our lonesome. So
I did see some hot new menu
yeah,
items have hit the shelves over at Waffles on Wheels, Conway, Arkansas. I see we got the
yeah,
breakfast
yeah.
burrito out there.
We got a yeah, got a burrito now. It's pretty good, dude. Like honestly, like not trying to like
No, it looks
toot
sick.
my own horn or anything, bro, but it's pretty good. So
It looks really good. I was
yeah,
actually, whenever I saw it, I was like, wow, kind of want to sink my teeth into that real quick.
come on down, bro. 2.5 hours,
I know
right? That's all it is.
they keep asking me at work, like, have you tried the food truck yet? I'm like, I don't live where he lives. So no, I have not. And I love him to death, but I don't think I'm going to make the day trip for 2.5 hours. I say, I'll
Yeah,
get to it
yeah, no,
eventually for
it's
sure. But
yeah, yeah,
no, I'm excited about it. It's looking good. Still on the
yeah.
rise, it
Appreciate it.
seems. How's the
Yeah.
business been? Booming?
It's been steady. I think it's gonna fall a little bit because of
Yeah.
just the time of the year it is. Or like people more spending their money towards like gifts and stuff like that. So I think probably like the rest of this month and next month will be kind of slow.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I could be completely off on that. I've never, done this before. So
Yeah, you could be surprised. You could do some Christmas themed stuff, maybe some Thanksgiving themed stuff out there. I mean, maybe get
yeah,
Santa to come by,
yeah,
do something
yeah.
crazy. I
Did you
mean, are
see
we
the
doing
hot chocolate waffle?
okay? I have seen like I've seen the picture of it, but I have not seen.
Yeah,
I guess I missed the announcement of what it exactly was because I saw the
yeah. So
picture and
it's
I was like,
a
oh, cool. Like, so it's just like I was like, is that waffle brown? I couldn't tell, and then I was like, oh, yes,
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
So it's a chocolate waffle with like marshmallow cream or fluff on the inside and a little bit of chocolate syrup drizzled on it. It's pretty good.
Nice. Are you? Who is the driving force behind a lot of the recipes here? Is this you or is it just a team
Yeah,
effort?
yeah.
So you're just in
I
there like,
mean,
what would be good? What would be nice?
yeah. I mean, she helps out. She helps out with like what to call it and stuff like that, and all that. But I do kind of the money guy, so I sit there and kind of like, all right, this is what we need to go grab, and this is what we need to use, and we kind of play with it a little bit. I'm like, yeah, we need to use this much, and that kind of shit. So,
Right. I saw you got
uh,
online ordering set up. That's nice.
yep, yep, got that set up, and hopefully some people take advantage of that, so they don't have to sit out in the cold. So
That's true. That's true.
yeah,
I will say, I mean, it seems like a pretty wintry. I don't know. When I think winter, I feel like that would be a place to go. Sell some hot chocolate out there. Do something crazy. Put some lights on it.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, who's to say? You need to get. Do you have a neon sign out there, like an open sign?
No,
That'd be a fun purchase. You should see if you can get a custom one. Get like a
What? See
waffle or
the
something. Get syrup being poured onto a waffle. That'd be cool.
the problem's the city with that is like the city is very specific on what you can have on the outside of your truck.
No way. They're gonna man. They're
Yeah,
gonna dude. They're just trying to
yeah,
hit you left and right. They're gonna try to tell you what to do,
yeah.
what lanes you got to stay in. I mean,
God,
this is a food
they
truck
suck.
business.
They suck. But
Oh, Jalen Hurts. Oh, not looking good, buddy.
that was the city's been an interesting saga. That's still not resolved yet.
Still not
So
resolved. I mean, would you like to recap where you're at with that? I mean, I've heard it, but
yeah, yeah.
for those
Long
out there
story
that are not
short,
familiar,
yeah. Long story short, I've had to jump through these hoops to become compliant with the city ordinance for the food trucks. Not a big deal. Willing to do it. Willing to make the requirements or meet the requirements, I should say. Um, However, when I ask questions about the requirements, I've gotten little to no answers on it, which kind of sucks. And then during all of that, I've been told that there are other food trucks that are not in compliant, and the city knows about it, and they're just letting them go. And so, basically, long story short, they're being selective on who they're making follow the city ordinance and who they're not. Um, and I got chose as one that they're choosing to make follow all of the ordinance and all that stuff.
of course.
So had a phone call with them and told them, how I felt about it, and
In the nicest way possible, of course.
in the nicest way possible. And anyway, so they said, okay, we understand. And told them January 1st of 2024, I was going to go out there and spot check them, see if they were making other people become compliant like I was. So we'll go from there. So
So you're on your way to being fully compliant, or are you already fully compliant, just waiting on the approval?
I'm fully compliant, just waiting on the approval.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
so yeah, and I have been fully compliant for about several weeks now. So
Right, right. I think I've asked you
uh,
this before, and not like it's. I just am so curious because I'm like, I know it's gonna look sick. Have you found anyone to wrap the truck yet?
no, so I'm not gonna wrap it. I have decals for it. I've just not
Oh,
put them
nice.
up yet. Yeah, because I need a. The previous owner like had decals on it as well, and so like some of the yeast
Sure.
have stolen there. So I got to get to work and getting that shit off.
Just
So
pressure wash it off, maybe.
we tried, and it didn't all come off. So we're gonna try a little bit of Goo Gone or something to get the rest of it off. So
Dude, Goo Gone will get anything off.
yeah,
Might take the
yep.
paint off actually. It's like, hey, we're just gonna go an extra layer deep. Do you think? What was I gonna say? I can't even remember now. I feel like I had a good question. Completely lost it from the dome. But that's okay. That's okay. I guess I'll talk about my weekend. It was just a
Yeah, yeah.
standard
What
old
did you do?
weekend. Let's see, what did I do? Honestly, trying to think about what I did. Oh, the Hogs
Ozzy's getting
played.
big,
Dude, he's
by the way.
huge. He's the
Yeah,
man. Love that
yeah.
dude to death. He's just growing left and right, all directions, up, sideways, long ways. Every dimension of this man is growing. Besides the paws, his paws have been the same size since he was a puppy, but they're like the size of baseball mitts. Um, no, dude. So speaking of him getting bigger, so it was time to upgrade the kennel, of course.
Yep.
How to do that. So I'm on PetSmart.com looking at the kennels, and I know that Stella has a 36 inch, and so I'm kind of looking at that kennel and kind of trying to imagine how much bigger he's gonna get. And I was just like, I feel like that's not big enough. It's just gonna be still too small. And last thing I want to do is buy another kennel after already buying the one kennel
Another one. Yeah,
because it does suck. You don't want to like put them in a massive kennel when they're small because then it just gives them room to
yeah.
go
Do their
crazy.
business in there. Yeah,
Plus, the websites, of course, hit you with the worst case scenario, and they're like, they could get their collar stuck on the side of the kennel and then essentially hang
oh
themselves. And I'm
yeah,
like, don't tell
yeah.
me that is going to happen to my dog. It's like part of the reason why I got the blink camera to have on him because I'm like, if I check this thing and I see him just choking, I'm like, I'm hitting ultra speed home. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
where I'm at, I'll drop everything and just sprint home. So, um, so I'm looking at the kennels and I was like, all right, well, it's like 36 or 42 inches are kind of the only two options for big kennels. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe the 42 is not that much bigger. Now, I've seen the 42 before because I remember we got one, and whenever we opened it, we were like, this is too big for Stella. This is going to take up
Yeah.
half of our room. She's going to be swimming in the thing. So we went and got the 36. It's been perfect ever since. But I was like, I've got to get the 42 for Big Oz, man.
Yeah.
Got that thing in there, dude. It is 100 times bigger than I remember it being. I was like, good God. I was like, this thing is so fucking big. Looks like I have a storage shed in my room next to my bed now. But I mean, he loves it. It looks good in there. So I was just like, Carly came home and immediately hated it. She's like, it's
Oh
so
yeah.
big. I was like, I know, but I mean, what else are we gonna do? I mean, he's got to have the big
Yeah.
kennel. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's probably the size your dogs have, right?
We have like it's fucking they're fucking big. I know
Oh, I'm sure.
that. They're big kennels.
Because I
But
cannot see if your dog goes into a 36, dude, he's compacted. He's not fully
oh yeah,
standing up in
no,
that thing.
no.
No chance.
Yeah, no, no. I
How
think we
how
have
much
like
does Haas
extra
weigh?
large. He's 96 pounds, something like that.
Okay, that gives me a good gauge because they try to tell me they were saying Ozzy could get up to 90 pounds, which would be pretty crazy
I mean,
because he's
what he's
already pretty thin.
Pyrenees
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 German
mixed with
Shepherd.
a. I mean, it's probably yeah, it's
It's
possible
possible.
for sure. Yeah, I think
There's this
so.
there's this German Shepherd that walks around my neighborhood huge, and I keep thinking, okay, I
Yeah.
think that's what he's gonna look like. His head, dude. It's so funny looking at pictures of him from when we first got him, kind of next to Stella and stuff, and he looks so small. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
just bigger than Stella. Head's
Yeah.
10 times bigger than hers. But dude, they
How
go at it. They love playing around.
how old is he now?
He is probably getting close to 20 weeks old, I think, which would be like 5 months
5 months.
ish, five and a
How
half
much does he
maybe.
weigh?
When I took him to the vet back early November, he was 35.
Okay.
But oh damn, sorry. I would say
No, you're
that's
good.
probably he's got to be getting close to 40 or 45 probably now.
Yeah, so he could be 70 to 80 pounds. I
Yeah,
bet. Probably.
he's still super light. He's so springy. Dude loves to just
Yeah.
jump. It's crazy. Like whenever you get his food, dude's jumping over you basically.
He's like, give me that shit. Come on.
I've had to do so many things different with this dog. Like he loves getting into just like I guess I don't know what started this. Probably just I mean any dog's excited to get fed, I guess. But I used to just leave Stella's food out, by the bowl, no problem, just the
Mm-hmm.
bag, and then I would just scoop it
Yeah.
out, throw it in the bowl, good to go. Dude could not handle that. He was in there every 5 seconds, getting in the bag, trying to tear
Oh
it
yeah.
open. So I was like, all right, well, we'll put it in my bedroom. So then I put it in the bedroom. But then every time I go in there, he's just jumping all over the bags. It's loud. It's just
Yeah.
jarring to me because I'm like carrying bowls. I'm trying not to like have him get in there, and just because once he starts getting into the bag, it's like he turns into a vacuum. I've never seen a dog start inhaling
Oh
food as
yeah,
fast as he
dude.
does. I'm like,
They'll
chill
suck that
out.
shit up, dude.
Just half the
Yeah.
bag gone. I'm like, all right, man, sick. Appreciate you just
Yeah.
doing that real quick. But so I went and bought this huge 55-pound, just like plastic tub for dog food at Walmart.
Yeah.
Again, didn't think it was that big. Got it into the house. It's massive. It's extremely large. So now and it's funny because I have one for Stella, but hers is like just like a little 11-pounder because what we were doing was I was just filling that little small one up, putting it by her food, and then putting her bag up in the closet back when we lived at the smaller house. Just because even her
Yeah.
food bag in that house, it made it feel like the house was just completely filthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just been doing, I guess it's just like the second kid effect almost. You're just like, all right, we got to change a little bit of what we did with the first one. And plus, he just kind of has like a different attitude, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, or just like a personality
Yeah.
and just the way to keep him, like the way we've been doing sleeping. Like, I don't know if I remember doing this with Stella, but um, like whenever he wakes up in the middle of the night, like I'll just go sleep on the couch and just let him sit out because I just feel like is if at least if I'm on the couch and he starts getting into something, I'll be able to catch him, which probably I
Yeah.
won't, but it makes me feel a little bit better. He's been pretty good
Is
though.
he? Are you kennel training him or
Oh
like?
yeah,
So is he? Okay.
he's
Okay.
pretty kennel trained. I just feel so bad because Carly works all day, and
Hmm.
sometimes she can't go check on him. So sometimes he's in there for about 8 hours or so. And
Yeah.
so whenever he's at home and it's nighttime, I'm like, dang, that would suck if he went straight into his kennel again. So
Yeah.
we just let him kind of hang out because if we like wait till he gets kind of tired and then go get in bed, he'll be fine. He'll walk in there. I have like a little comforter laid down by Carly's side of the bed. He'll go lay on that. He'll snooze for probably kind of his new time is like 3 in the morning, 3:30. He'll wake up, go to the bathroom, or just want to play or something, and then he'll crash out again and probably go to sleep till about 6:30. So he's getting better
Yeah.
because he was waking up basically 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then staying up until around 9 o'clock and crashing again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's
I just had a
dying.
huge salad from Chick-fil-A, so I'm fighting demons right now. And I like inhaled it. I was just going to town. Like I'll catch myself eating nowadays, and I won't grab a drink. I'll just shovel, and
Yeah.
then I'll just finish the meal and be like, "All right, time to get a drink now." I'm like, "What am I? A
Yeah.
dog?" Just scarfing down my food and then hitting the water bowl just immediately afterwards. I'm like, "How about we take a second? The food's not going
Yeah.
anywhere. It's not a race. I'm not Joey Chestnut.
Hey,
I
hey,
mean, it could be a
might
race, I
be, dude.
guess."
You could be. Yeah. Yeah. Assert
And
your
then
dominance in the Chick-fil-A.
right,
Finish
and
your
then I
food
swallow
first.
like half a pound of air as I'm doing that, and then my stomach's just bloated up after I get done eating, and I just want to just off myself immediately. I'm like, why did I do that? I need a Tum. I need a Gas X or something. Give me some Pepto Bismol.
I fucking feel you on that one, dude. For some reason lately, like
I'm
I've been
fucked.
eating like, dude, I'm like so bloated, and I'm just like, I feel disgusting right now. Like
Yes, I feel
I can't
sickening.
move, bro. Like I don't know what it is. Like I don't know.
Dude, I was telling Carly, this is the first time ever being on the road where all the eating out is officially getting to me, I feel like. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I have to
Because we
stop.
turned 26, bro.
Dude, when I was at Scholastic just basically a year ago, every day McDonald's, pounding it into the ground. And here I am
Yeah,
trying to do better. I mean, Chick-fil-A, I'm like doing Arby's roast beef, which I know Arby's roast beef is probably not that great
probably
for
not the
you.
healthiest, but
But I mean, come on,
I
it's just meat and bread. I mean, how bad can it be? Probably a lot of sodium,
mean,
not good for you.
what about the bread though?
But I mean, it's just bread, dog. Just some
I
bread.
mean, bread can
Jesus
be
had
bad too,
bread.
man.
I know, but it can't be as bad as like
Jesus had different bread than we did,
he
bro.
had the good
Bread's
bread.
changed a lot since back then.
Freaking Sarah Lee came in here and said, "We're gonna change bread up a little
Yes,
bit."
Wonder Bread and Sara Lee came in here and fucked our world, bro, with the
Nature's
bread.
Own, they said this is not how bread is made. Which, when you think about the
Yeah,
loaf of bread, it's just kind of crazy bread. Like it's not very like because I've made homemade store bread before. Texture nowhere close. I'm like, how are we
yeah,
making this bread like this? I don't even know what this is. But it's probably because they got
because
some scientific built flour, some synthetic flour they built.
Yeah, so like my glute, like I was telling you, like I might be sensitive to gluten now or whatever.
Oh yeah, did you ever
But
figure
when
that
I was
out?
no, I didn't. But I was looking that shit up. It's still
Classic.
fucking me. But when I was looking that up, this shit or whatever, it's like it was telling me like yeah, like nowadays like there's like crazy glutens out there that like or crazy flour out there that like yeah, some people just do not respond well to it,
The body just
and they
cannot
like their body
process.
just cannot yeah can't process it for whatever reason. So like
Isn't it
I
pretty
think
wild? Go ahead. Sorry, I was cutting you off. Classic.
no you're good. I was just gonna say I think it's pretty crazy that like you know that's a thing. You know
Yeah, that's kind of the road I was headed down. Was basically just like, hey, we just made food for people, made of nothing that's
yeah
edible. Just this is good for
yeah
you. Go ahead and munch on it.
yeah
Have a
go ahead and
bite.
eat this yeah.
Didn't come from the earth. Didn't come from anything live. We just built it.
We made this in a lab.
We made it. Yeah,
Like
it's this thing has
it's
never
cool.
seen the light of day until it goes
It's cool.
out of the packaging into your mouth. So
Yeah.
have a little bit of that for you. But you know what? You just have to hope that the FDA is out there putting in that work, testing the right things. Do you trust the FDA? Are we FDA trusters? I don't know where
I
they
don't
stand with
trust
people.
government. Period, bro.
They're a government agency, but do you think they might be one of the good ones? You know,
Nah,
trying to help us
nah.
out.
Fuck them.
I mean, they
Nah.
let pre workout slide, but they did take away our Jack 3D. So
Yeah, I was about to
I
say they
mean,
did.
who's to
They have
say
taken
that
away
they're
some pretty
not?
good stuff.
They have taken away some stuff. They took away the Four Loco, which I was never really. I think that skipped our, not really skipped us. I don't think we were old enough yet.
I think it was too early for us. Yeah,
Because once I started hearing about him, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, but I'm 15, dude. What do you want me to do with that? I'm
yeah,
not. I don't. I have no idea where to get a Four Loco. Come on now. I can't even say that I've tried one. Have you tried one before?
yeah, yeah.
Really? Well, because now
Hmm.
what's the kicker? Now they don't have. Do they not have caffeine in it or reduced caffeine?
Yeah, it no longer has caffeine in it, I believe.
It's
Um,
essentially, here's
but
how I like to think of it. It was probably very close to like a bang with just alcohol in it, right? Wouldn't you assume that's probably
I think
close to what
so.
it
Yeah,
is?
yeah,
Have you ever
yeah.
seen those people who will do pre-workout when they go out? Or like you used to? Like this is not a current situation. I know no one who probably does this currently. But I remember stories back in high school and stuff of just like maybe not even people I knew, but just hearing of people doing that, which seems like an insane
Doing
thing to do.
pre-workout before they go out, like before they party or something.
But they would also maybe do it during too. Like I want to say maybe even snorting the pre-workout was going down with some people. I know C4 was a
I
very
mean,
popular one, but I mean it's just like C4 and alcohol does not sound like something I really want to do, right?
it's kind of like I guess if like the beta alanine's not really affecting you anymore, like as in like you're not getting that same tingle that you normally would. It's essentially just drinking a Red Bull, right, with
I
a
guess that's
vodka.
true. I guess I mean I've
People
done
do that
vodka
shit all
Red
the
Bulls,
time.
but I've
Yeah,
never done multiple vodka Red Bulls. Like I don't think I've ever really gone out and been like, this is gonna be my drink tonight.
mm.
It's gonna be the vodka Red Bull.
I have done multiple vodka Red Bulls, and let me tell you, the next morning was not that great. It
It's
was
a lot of
not.
sugar.
Yeah,
What's gonna get you right?
yeah.
Isn't there? Well, I guess you can go sugar free
Hurt.
Red Bull, but no
I
shot.
don't think we. I don't think we did. I think we drank a lot. We were up until probably 3 or 4 that morning, or the next morning, and then we crashed and woke up late afternoon kind of deal, and did not feel that great.
trying to think of the last time I was just really hungover. It was pretty recently, actually. Sadly, it was probably. Oh, dude, I think it was one night on a Thursday. I went and got dinner, and I went to just like this pizza place, grabbed a salad and like a VT, and then I think I finished my meal, and then they came by and hit me with, "You want one more?" And I was like, "You know what? I'll take one more. Why not?" Grabbed one more, and then I think I was headed back to the hotel, and I was on the phone with Carly. I was like, "You know what?" I was like, I haven't really had anything to drink this week, so I was like, I'm gonna go snag like see if I get like a little thing of wine. Well, I just got this little bitty like. Have you ever seen those? I don't even know what kind of material this is, but it's this weird like plasticky like a box of wine basically.
Like the Tetra Pak.
That's what it is, Tetra Pak. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. So Tetra Pak wine, and I was like, you know what, dude, this shouldn't be too bad. dude, I'm almost convinced they fit a whole bottle of wine in there somehow. And it was only $4. I was like, there's no way. Like, this shouldn't be too bad. So like finish it off. And dude, I woke up and I don't even know. I think it was just because of the wine, probably. Woke up with just the worst headache of my entire life.
Mm,
I was like, why did I
hate to
do
see it.
that? And then I had to travel home, and that was the same day that I missed the standby, or I just didn't get on the earlier flight. Have I told you about
Like
this?
last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, not
Okay.
last week. It wasn't last week, but it was the week before that.
The week before that. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Same page. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, ended up freaking in the airport for 7 hours. Do you think I was stupid for trying to take that risk? Do you think it's always worth it if you can get out earlier?
I mean, if you can get out earlier, then yeah. I mean, why not? I mean,
But you know what?
I don't know.
All signs were pointing to it was going to be a full flight. All signs.
Mm,
My odds were not
mm.
high. They were very low. It was going to take a miracle on ice for me to
Yeah.
get on that flight.
You really got to weigh out the pros and cons on the standby because if you don't get it, then you got to sit in the airport.
And that's
If
what
you
I
do
didn't
get it, then you
weigh
get to go home early. You know?
because I had this beautiful original plan. As you know, I went and saw our good friend B Will last week.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan was maybe, okay, what if I'm leaving out Friday late? How about I just stay at work till, shift's over, head into ATL or head to wherever he is, hang out with him for like 2 hours. I have all the time in the world. The flight doesn't leave till 10:45.
Yeah.
I can go to the airport whenever I want to. So, but that's just what I like to call one of those live and learn scenarios that you just got to do on the road a lot because a lot of the times you will not figure it out until you just make the mistake. Like leaving too
You just
late.
gotta go out there and do it.
Yeah, you just got to go out there and mess up, make a big
Yeah.
mistake, hate
Yeah.
yourself later, be really mad for about an hour and a half. I mean, there are things that you have to do to learn and make your travel experience better. But you know what? I've learned so much just in maybe like the year and a half that I've been out on the road now.
Yeah.
Has it been about a year and a half now? That's crazy.
Yeah. I think so.
It feels like I was just telling people, oh yeah, I've only been back for about 6 months. Whole
Nope.
damn year's passed.
Yep.
Well, that's what I was just thinking whenever I was trying to figure out how long ago Scholastic started. A year ago. Seems like just yesterday I was
Yeah.
rolling in there with D Coop to get her done. Um,
The D coop.
the old D Cooperizer. But we both worked out today. Can I get a round of applause for that? Yeah.
I think there's a noise in here we can do,
I
right?
think there is. We
Wasn't
should
that a thing?
probably, dude. I really want to get, and I know this is like so not necessary right now, but maybe in the future, I would like to get a soundboard, like one where you can actually like do a little button that's connected to something,
Yeah.
press it, makes a noise. That'll be fun. Maybe add a little bit of flair. I feel like have we really only done one in-person episode throughout this whole thing?
We've done two, I think.
I think it was just the one. I think it was just the one at your house, right?
Shit, you're right. Yeah. We have only done one.
Crazy,
Fuck.
crazy. Because I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I was just thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if even on Riverside, there's still a slight delay in our receiving of each other talking.
I don't know.
It
Oh.
seems like there is. Even right there, it seemed like
I
there was maybe
think
about a second.
yeah, yeah, I think there probably is like a little bit of a delay. I think it's probably I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the video or if it's because it's like the video, audio, and it's trying to like record everything all at once. I don't know because like Discord, it was just video and audio, and then
Right.
we had Craigie boy, doing it.
Oh, correct, dude. I was thinking about him the other
Yeah,
day. I was thinking about where we started. Actually, I think it was an old episode played, or I like went and listened to an old episode just to kind of make myself feel better about how good the audio's gotten. Like when we switched to
yeah,
Riverside and stuff. Oh man,
yeah.
night and day on some of that audio quality. But that's just
Oh
part
yeah.
of it. You got to start out, be a little shitty, and then we grow and we get better. Here we are.
Well, I think a big thing of it too with Riverside is like it does the 2-track kind of deal or whatever.
Right.
So like it takes your audio and video and takes my audio and video, and then when you put it together, it sounds really good. So it like records the two of us separately.
I will say, I think the delay gets pretty cut out in the final product. I don't think you hear it as much
Yeah,
in the final product. Because I'll be listening back and I'm like, I feel like there was a lot of times where either I was kind of waiting or he was waiting to for the response to come through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't get that like real time conversation back and forth.
You
Like
don't.
I can
You
feel it.
miss you miss some of it, right? Like some of the like physical, and that's why like we cut each other off all the time. Is because like we don't you don't get like the same like when you're in a person to person or like a what's the word here when you're like in person, like there's like different cues and stuff that you can pick up on, better than through a video, right?
True. A lot of the times I'm like have my eyes up because I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next, and then I'll just fire it off and be like, I don't think he's done yet because I'm trying to use my ears. And then like the delay is like it's just delayed enough to where I'll start, and then I think it's you kind of like giving me time, but it's because we're both on delay. We both
Yeah.
fire up at the same time for the
Yeah.
classic talk over. I feel like I've been doing that a lot to people just in general on the phone. I was talking to one of the guys we work with today, and it just felt like every 5 seconds I was going over him.
Yeah.
Even when
At
I
the
hung out
roast
with B
stack
Will the
or
other day, I feel like I talked over him like 100 times. I was like, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm just I'm just like a machine. Once I start rattling off, there's no off switch. It just keeps on going until basically
keeps on going.
you got to cut me off. That's what you got to do. You got to look, all right,
This train ain't got no
let's
brakes.
just go. Yeah, there's no brakes on the Matt train. Chug it, chug it, chug it, choo choo. That's right. This game's seven to
So how
seven right
was
now. What's up? Hello.
how was your workout?
It was
Wait, what did
good.
you just say? Would you 7
I
on
said I
7?
was
What?
I was going with I was stating the game score right now. It's
Oh,
7 to
okay.
7 still.
I
No,
thought
the
you were talking about
workout.
7 on 7. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so got a 7 on 7 tournament this week, and let's talk about it. I'm actually going back out for. Turns out I didn't play high school football, so they're giving me 4 years back of playing eligibility, and I'm gonna live out my dream as a linebacker finally because I have good. Actually, you know
Oh
what's sad
man.
is we are not even big in high school. Like, don't you think?
What do you,
Like, does that make sense? Like, if we were like, if you took us currently and then put us in high school, I know we didn't grow, but like, you think like, all right, we're 26 years old, we should be able to
yeah.
go in there and beast. But I don't think I would go in there and beast.
I don't, I don't think it's necessarily like a I don't think it's necessarily like a big factor. I think when you get older, like I think I'm stronger now than I was when I was 18.
Do you
If
think you
that
just
makes
get
sense.
pissed off? You're like, the life sucks, buddy. I'm about to take this out on you.
Yeah, I gotta pay a fucking mortgage, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Just you're just mad enough. You're like, I'm on the line, like on the D line. You're like, hey, you're a little small to be on the D line. Like, shut up, dude. You don't even understand. I've been so pissed off from all the rent I've been
I'm
paying.
paying. I got fucking bills to pay,
I
dude.
got bills out the ass, dude. You think bills are done? No, I just keep on coming. You check the next day, another bill's due. There's not a day of the week where a bill's not due. Welcome to life,
Get
buddy.
paid
You
at
got
the
a
first
bill.
month. Guess what else is due at first month? Fucking bills, dude.
Bills,
Everything I
everything.
make out the fucking door.
You like the Buffalo Bills? Oh, I got freaking just payment bills. Okay, I got shit to pay, man. I don't even care. You wanna go play for the Buffalo Bills? Good for you, man. But I got bills to pay, man. Um, no, the workout
Oh
was
shit.
good. Actually, it was kind of funny the fact that you texted me about us kind of starting a secondary branch of this where we basically just dive into working out, which I'm all for.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
what better people to teach you about working out than these guys right here?
Can I at least sell it to you
Yeah,
though?
dude, I know. I'm literally all for it because I think there really is. Oh my god, interception. That's gonna suck. Anyway, but no, yes, please.
No,
I'll let you
but I
go,
want to
buddy.
sell it to you though.
Yeah, please.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Let me sell it.
You're up.
Here we go. Here we go.
You got elevator pitch me. I
So
get off at the fourth floor.
we need
Ding.
we. You're gonna have to get off at the 30th.
All right.
We
Ding.
our current podcast our current podcast we already talk about working out a lot, and like it's
Probably
something
too
that you
much.
and I are clearly passionate about, right? And so I'm
I
like,
think that's where we'll sell
why
a lot of
don't
people.
we? Yeah. And so like, why don't we just go ahead and start another podcast, and it's just gym related, because like I feel like that's going to help us out with our podcasting deal, because like first of all, if we're tailored to that audience, right, and we're only talking about gym stuff, then like it'll appeal to that certain audience a whole lot better versus like what we're
Right.
doing right now, which is kind of like it's nondescript, like not very specific. It's just kind of whatever comes to the dome, whatever's happening, at the time, right?
The episode
And
could be for
so I
you and it could
think
not be.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a gamble. You know,
It
you're
is. You got to roll
gambling
on
when
the
you're
dice.
listening
Are they
to
going to talk
us.
about something I care about, or are they just going to talk about nothing for an hour? So
Yeah, exactly.
you can
Yeah,
get either
yeah,
or with us. So take your pick.
yeah. So I think we should do I think we should do a gym podcast, and I think we should turn it into like a podcast slash like a blog, so we can write about it too. And I know I'm going to lose you on that one a little bit,
No,
right? Like I
I'm still with
see
you.
you
I'm
nodding
still
your
with
head.
you. No, I'm still with you. I was
Oh,
just
okay, okay. You're
processing
still
my
with me.
chick. I was processing my Chick-fil-A
Oh,
salad.
gotcha.
Still, it's killing me.
Gotcha,
It's hurting
gotcha.
me
Letting
bad.
it digest a little.
Yeah, it's not good. It was very healthy, but it's still it's just making me belch a little bit. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
So I think we should do a blog with it because, um, like there's some things where we talk about like we can talk about it on the podcast, but then like if we write about it as well, we can kind of like dive deeper into it. And like it's one thing to like talk about it, it's another thing to
Right.
like see it in writing. I think and give a little visual. Like if we're talking about splits or something, right? Like workout splits, like
Hmm.
you know we could say, oh, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do, whatever, right? But like if you have it there in writing, then people can like actually retain that information, or they can write it down or whatever. They don't have to sit there listening to the podcast going, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do the, that kind of
Right.
shit,
Right.
right?
We can drop our
So
workouts out there. We can
yeah,
do
exactly.
what we're munching on, what
Yeah,
kind of supplements we're popping off on. I'm
exactly.
talking
We can do
progress
different,
pics.
yeah, reviews. We can do different reviews on like pre workouts, supplements, gym products, like we can talk about like gym etiquette, like what's your favorite gym, like stuff like that. And plus, the new year's coming up. I know we hate on these people sometimes, but new people are starting their whole fitness journey. Coming up in
True.
the new year, right? So this could be a prime opportunity to go capture some of that.
Well, I think too, I think around this age, you have a lot of people who have either used to do like working out a lot and now don't as much. And
Mm-hmm.
so they're either just kind of like,
Yeah,
oh, I used to be able to lift so much. Now I'm just kind of embarrassed to hop back in there. Well, I think there's two guys
yeah,
that are pretty good and well versed with the whole, you just got to go in there, lift the bar for a week if you got to.
yeah.
Just look
Just
like a
go in there.
moron. Because you know who's
Yeah,
only caring? It's like the four high
only you.
schoolers in there that are on trend and they're like, look at these small guys. Those are the only guys who are caring.
SARMs.
I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever looked at
yeah.
anybody in the gym and been like, freaking lightweight, bro. Freaking get that shit up off the rack, my
Oh
dog.
yeah,
Like that's
no,
at a
no,
plate or something,
no.
man. You know what I mean? I've been looking at
Yeah,
people and thinking, you're lifting too much weight. I've definitely done that. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
sir,
yeah,
please calm
yeah,
down.
yeah. Sir,
There's no
you're
need
gonna
for
break
that.
yourself.
My
Yeah,
least favorite guy, and go for it. That's why the rubber plates exist. That's why we have the little platforms that you can lift on. But why,
deadlifts with
God,
the rubber plates and
must
slamming them
you,
fuckers down.
yeah, do a split jerk or do a freaking shoulder press with 90 plates on each side, drop that hoe on the ground, shakes the whole gym. The whole gym, it sounds like a gun just went off.
All them
Everyone's
ears, kind
scared. You just yelled as well while you did it. There was no need for that. You stomped your feet as hard as you could too. I mean, I'm all about the lifting, but I think sometimes it's like, should you separate powerlifting from normal gyms? Should we get that completely? Well, I guess like deadlifts
that's why.
powerlifting, but I mean, I hate power cleans. Is that
That's
okay
why.
for me to
That's why
say?
some people like some commercial gyms don't allow like powerlifting like stuff and
Well,
don't
it's just
have
loud and
platforms for that
annoying,
reason.
and they
Like,
take
cause
up so
then
much fucking space, too.
and a lot of times they take up a lot of fucking time too. They sit there and
Yes,
they sit there and they do one rep of something, and then they sit there for fucking 5 minutes and they go hit another one.
that's my
Like,
favorite
dude,
joke. It's like being a power lifter, one rep, all right, rest for 20 minutes.
yeah,
Just like,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
really is though. And I mean, good for them, dude. I mean, I think if that's your thing, wanting to just lift extremely heavy weight, but I'm just trying to look good. Just trying to not look like a sack of milk. Trying to make sure
Yeah,
everything's looking right. You know what I mean? So, but no, your
yeah.
text really got me fired up because I realized that I'm not at a good spot currently. And I was like, all right,
I'm
well,
not either, dude.
if we're gonna do this, I was like, we gotta be. I want to make sure that I look
It
pretty
got me.
solid.
I hyped myself up with that text where because I was gonna lift when I came back from work, and I got back home and I lifted, and I ended up lifting for like an hour and a half, something like that. And I mean, I was just going, and I was just like, "Yeah, dude, this is what it used to be like. Like, let's fucking go!" Like, I was just lifting and lifting and lifting, and you were like, "Oh, may not, maybe a little bit later than 7." I was like, "Let's fucking
Keep
go! I'm gonna
going.
keep lifting." Like, yeah, I mean, it was good. So,
I think it's
uh,
going to also get me back into. I don't do as much research as I used to do on working out.
yeah,
I just go in
yeah,
there, I do what's comfortable, but now I'm gonna start pushing the boundaries again. Who cares if
yeah,
I hurt myself? I mean, you know what? You get one body, tear it to shreds if you can. I mean, really break it down because what gets broken down must be rebuilt. And
yeah,
you're only
exactly.
going to come back a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit weaker, depending on what you hurt. But also stay safe out there in the gym. I think that's another thing I feel like we're not too bad on. Like we know when to not go too crazy in the gym. You know what I mean? Kind of keeping it safe,
Yeah, we try to get the most out of it while being as safe as possible.
right?
Right?
And I know we've both told stories before about us having to call someone over to spot us after we thought we could lift something. But like we
It's
said,
just
you have to
exhaustion,
learn from the
you know?
mistakes. You got to figure it out quick. You got to be like, you know what? When I'm at the end of my workout and I'm trying to do decline with heavy weight and I'm on the fourth rep and I go, I think I got one more in me. You do not have one more in you, sir. You're going to go down there, lift up, hit the brick wall that we all know too well, where you just go down, push that bar up, and it's like God put his hand on it and said, hey, man, lower that back down, buddy. We
Stay
don't need,
down,
we
bitch.
don't need to see that. We don't need to see that getting too high there. Travis Kelsey just missed a pass. Love to see that.
Damn
Um,
it.
but no, I'm excited. I mean, I love working out. I love fitness. Like moving my body. It really shows you that you can still do things. I guess just being athletic makes you feel nice, makes you feel strong. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Isn't it nice to feel strong?
It is. It is. It's nice to know too, like if you're ever in a situation, where like there's a heavy thing and somebody's like, "Hey, can you help me move this or whatever?" And you're like, "I can," you know?
I can do that, and I know that I
Especially
will
like
not hurt
overhead
myself.
stuff. Like if they're like, "Hey, can you lift this or like put this up here on this shelf or something that's like over your head and it's like pretty heavy and you can like lift it up and put it up there no problem." You're just like, "Yeah, I did that."
That's
So,
me. No, I
I
like
used to
it.
carry I used to carry this like the pumps or whatever, at the Tech.
Hmm.
Like they have the little straps on the boxes.
Oh yeah.
I used to grab those if somebody was like, "Oh, I got to get some more CPs," I'd be like, "Oh, I got you," and I'd go walk out there and I'd grab like two of them and I'd walk them on purpose.
Just doing farmers
Like hell
carries
yeah,
in the warehouse just
yeah,
to flex on all the
pretty
workers.
much, yeah,
So
yeah,
check this farmer's carry
yeah.
out. Bulging traps. Dude, I need to get back on some traps.
Speaking
That's what
of,
I do need to do.
I I was hitting some today. Well, like after you text me, you're like, "It's gonna be a little bit later." I was like, "I'm gonna hit some traps." Haven't done
Go
traps in a
traps. Go
while, so I did
traps. Go
some
traps.
some barbell shrugs. Felt nice. So
When you go shrug, so are you doing mostly barbell or dumbbell
I'll do I'll do
or
whichever one I'm
plate?
feeling at the
I like
time.
plate.
I've done plate too, yeah. But when you do plate, are you putting your fingers in the hole or are you grabbing the side, like
I'm
the
grabbing
lip?
like the handle, like you know how they'll have the hole and then the handles around the
Yeah,
edge.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Help a
you
little
remember the
bit grip.
regional, you remember the regional weights had like the
Yeah, yeah,
hand holder thing. So I'll go with
yeah.
that. But do yours have a hand holder, or is it just a straight up plate? Right?
It's just a straight up plate. So like, there's a lip, and
You could probably
that'll
go with the
that'll
lip and do a little bit of grip strength as well.
yeah. It's yeah. I used to. There was one point I would grab. This is like last year. I think when I first started the home gym, I would grab plates and I got really interested in grip strength for a little bit. And so I would grab the 45s and just stand there and see how long I could hold it.
Dude, grip
Like
strength
that
is really
shit
nice to
hurt.
have. You don't
Oh
realize like the
yeah. Oh
forearms
yeah.
do a lot of driving for you. Like if you can have some strong forearms, I feel like all my lifts go up whenever I have better forearms.
I like the look of big forearms. I feel like the big forearm really complements everything else. Like don't get me wrong, like tight sleeve on your biceps and like your shoulder looks good. But if you got like a big forearm to go with it, I feel like it just like you're like, hell yeah, this guy's big,
Just a
right?
big old
I feel like it's one of those
slab.
like, yeah,
Yeah, I
I don't know.
love
It's just
forearms.
me
That's the
though.
one thing I don't hit as much anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you do you ever do like hammer curls or anything?
That's dude, honestly, I do primarily hammer curls. I like to do um I've done this for forever, but you basically do one arm each and then do double together.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
do on the singles, I'll kind of alternate this honestly. Either I'll do where you like curl it and like turn it to like to your face or whatever, I guess just like a standard curl. And then on the
Yeah.
double I'll do the hammer. And then
Yeah.
basically on sometimes I'll do kind of like an inside hammer where you're kind of going
Yeah.
more with
Yeah.
like that motion.
Kind of go across the chest.
And
Yeah.
then there's like
Yeah.
the outer, you know what I mean, where you're kind of going more like off to the side.
Yeah.
So I'll try to do those. I did you know how like they'll have those hammer curl machines basically, or not like really, but like hammer strength machines, and it's just like doing a
Yeah.
preacher curl
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
and you just plate load it. So I like to do that standardly, but it was taken today, so I went and just did like a standard preacher curl with the barbell. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
forgot how nice that feels.
Yeah.
And I know, I think I stopped doing it for a while because I was getting a lot of pain in my like where my bicep and shoulder met. And so it was just the
Mm-hmm.
hammer strength one just a little easier on my muscles, I guess. So, but nice
Is
to
it
be
'cause-
back
was
on
like your
that.
grip too wide? Is like your grip too wide or like
Dude, I think it was just the strain that it was putting. Like whenever you go down like that, like what is it? What is the geez, sorry man, I'm like really going through it. What's it like called whenever you're going down on a lift, the opposite direction? Like is it like
I literally have
recession,
the word. No, I have the
regression?
word in my head. No.
There's like a word for it, dude.
Yeah,
We're
there's
already
a
off to a
word for
rough
it. Yeah,
start.
and I
This is
have it in my head,
we're
but
gonna have to
I
look this up. We're gonna have to look this up. But
oh,
anyway, that's what
um
that's where I was getting a lot of pain was on the way back down. It was like it was just putting a
yeah.
super amount of stress right there. It's not good. This is
Huh.
hurting.
Interesting.
But I think that's still a
Interesting.
product of my surgery and stuff.
I hit shoulders today. I did back, shoulders, and buys.
Nice, good split. I think I'm about ready to start hitting legs again, but I'm just still like, because I want to start running again. But dude, my knee
Yeah.
just still feels whack. Like it doesn't hurt, it just feels unsupported. And it just feels like whenever I do start running, I'm like, it's going to start hurting again. I know it is. So it's very
Hmm.
strange. I don't know if I need to just go get
Maybe
it scanned or just cut it off.
maybe
I don't know, man.
maybe just do some light work with the leg day or whatever, just to try to strengthen it back up or something. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking about just doing really, really, yeah, light
Maybe
weights, high reps, really getting a lot of strength in the knee, doing some
maybe work
rolling.
on like maybe do some like mobility stuff.
Yeah, I think I need to start
You
stretching
know?
my hip flexors out, like for sure. I think that needs to be a must. I mean, stretching is
Yeah.
something I need to just do in general. There's a guy that I know from Fayetteville, and his stretching routine is, I mean, it's what we all aspire to be. Dude comes in
Yeah.
15 minutes before the workout. He's on the bands. He's stretching his legs. He's stretching his shoulders. Travis Kelsey just scored a touchdown. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
That is what I need, dude. I seriously want to see just a. Let me see how close I am right now. Let's see how many more points I need. Because that means he lost points. This is basically a pretty crucial game for me. If I lose this game, I'm basically out of the playoffs.
I need you to win this game so I can be one up on Braylon.
Dude, they have me projected. I'm projected to beat him by 3 points right now. It's 114 to 100 right now. So I need Pacheco to score and Travis Kelsey to get some more yards. The good thing is it's still the first half. We still have a whole other half after this. Staying
I
positive.
need the Eagles to choke really bad. I need Devontae Smith to not do anything.
The
for the
nail in
rest of
my
the night.
coffin is going to be if the Eagles get a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
That will definitely be my downfall for sure. So we'll see. We'll see. But we're
Yeah.
staying very, very positive. It's just so crazy. I went from a 5 game win streak to now I'm basically on the verge of going on a 4 game lose streak.
It happens
It's just
fast, man. You know?
1 second you're on the top, they're putting a
Yeah.
crown on your head, and it's like right as the crown's about to be placed on your head, someone
They're
just
like,
shoots you right in the face and says, "Just kidding. You're not gonna win this year." So, ha ha ha.
dude, Clay is like, hold on, let me look. Let me see what he's doing this week.
Yeah, how's he looking this week? He's gotten by Scott's
He's
free.
not. He's done. He's done this weekend or this
Oh,
week.
he got
He's
he
gonna be
got
8-3.
got beat by the reverse Cowboys.
And isn't that funny? He was bitching about his schedule, and he goes out and wins.
Dude, I'm not even
Nice.
gonna give him any time of day right now. Because yeah, he's about to be after this week. He's going to be 7-4 with only a few games left. He's probably guaranteed a spot already in the playoffs, maybe a 1 seed if he keeps winning. It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, his playoff percentage right now looking like 86% chance that he's gonna
Yeah,
go to the playoffs.
come
Like
on now.
I have a 6% chance. So
That's a
you know,
chance. That's what I like to say. Until that thing says no chance, I'm still going to believe just a little bit. I mean, everyone could lose. You could win out. Everyone loses.
yeah, I was about to say I
Is
have
that
to win
basically the
out. And
six
everybody else
percent
have to
chance? I
lose.
guess like it's
Yeah,
like I would have to lose out, and you win out or something.
yeah.
Damn.
You're at a 58% chance right now.
Yeah,
So you're still looking okay. Like
I
what's
don't
crazy
have.
is our division. So like the division I'm in, you got 90, 99, 98, 96, 65, 6 and 2. And then in your division you got 86, 58, 39, 25, 19 and 5.
Yeah, the divisions are, of course, one side heavy as always. But I think that just
Yeah.
happens, man. Like everyone always tries to be like, we should switch up the divisions, but we've done it before, and it still shuffles out the same way. So I'm just like, you
I
know
think we
what,
should do it
guys?
again. I don't think we've ever been in a division before.
The funny thing is, the divisions don't even matter. I don't think. I think it might matter like a little bit on who you play twice,
Yeah.
but I don't think. Other than that, I don't think it really matters. I mean, like we've already established, everyone plays everybody once. Which,
Yeah.
self correction, I said it was 12 games. It's 11 because actually counted myself as a team that I would play. Also, correction on which really isn't even a big deal, and probably no one else caught it. Actually, I'm sure someone did. The quarterback for the Titans,
Oh, yeah.
not the D2
Yeah.
guy.
Not the
I think I
D2 guy.
clarified that in the airport episode that we tried to record,
Yeah.
but just have to
You
double
did.
back. I know it's long gone. Who even cares? But just the fact that I talked so passionately about it and how he was the first. He's not the first either. So two wrong facts right there. One of the
Just
very
talk.
few. One of the very few. But no. Still, I think he's still up there. No, I don't think he's starting anymore. I think he's actually done because I think Fields is back.
Yeah, I was about to say they were there. That was the debate, wasn't it? That he was actually winning games, and people were like, "He's actually winning games. Like he should stay in."
Yeah,
But
because
they
when
were like,
Chicago was on like a 32 game losing streak or something like that, it was pretty bad.
"Yeah, but Justin Fields is like, our first round pick, so
Yeah,
I got to
and
make
like at
him
that
work
point,
out."
yeah, you kind of just have to trust the guy you went with.
Yeah,
You paid the money for him. It's kind of you're gonna win with him or lose with him.
yeah. Kind of like
I
a
have to.
franchise quarterback. You live or die by him. It's
Right,
the same
right.
situation. Like,
I want to apologize to Cortland Sutton right off the bat here. That dude, I've started him maybe once this whole season. It was because I had to. But let's just look at this guy's stats real quick. He's been putting in probably the most amount of work that I've ever seen. He's like the perfect flex option, but I just can't bring myself to do it. But let's just look. I was looking at this the other day, and his position ranking doesn't even I feel like hold up. So they have played 11 games this year.
hmm
He has only not scored in 2 of those games.
oh wow,
Is that not crazy? He's like a solid, always has like 14 points. And I just never start him. He's just on the bench, just putting up solid flex numbers. Since the week This is since week 5 where he had 2.3. That was kind of his one downfall.
Yeah.
He had 14.6, 19.6, 10.9, 17, and 16.
You looking to trade him?
Well, that's what I like. I would maybe like to. I would
Yeah.
like to trade, like, if I could trade him and Najee Harris for someone who's worth a damn. Jeez, dude. I'm freaking just.
I'll give you Derrick Henry.
You know what's funny? I would almost consider that just for, like, what if Derrick Henry becomes Derrick Henry again? But
I
then
don't.
if I have him on my team, I have to start him. And then when he
Yeah.
blows chodes, I'm gonna be like, gosh damn. Let's just look at his because I have him in me and Bill's league. Yeah, I mean, okay, give him a
I
break. I
mean,
guess it's just the last 2 games have been
that's
rough.
I know, and that's what I keep telling myself. Is like it's just the last 2 games, but like if you look,
It
week
feels like it's
3 he
been
had two
longer though.
points.
You're
Yeah,
like you're like I feel like he's been sucking a whole lot longer than
week
this.
5 he had 9. And then now 10 and 11 he's at 3, and then 5.4. It's like, damn it, dude! Like, wish you'd fucking pick it up, bro, and like figure it out.
Does he
But
almost have no excuse to suck with how big he is? It's just like he should be scientifically impossible to take down. He should get 4 yards each run, guarantee.
I mean, yeah, I mean he.
I mean, you have to think too. I guess
I
that the
don't
guys that
know.
are hitting him are also ginormous guys. But I mean, he's running so hard. I just can't. Like, how many normal guys do you think it would take down Derrick Henry?
Like normal guys not in the NFL.
Yes,
I had several,
I don't think they could get him
several,
down. 100.
like
I don't even
5.
think 100 guys could get him
Okay, I think
down.
100 could get him.
Could you imagine one guy? There's 100 people around him. He's just running 100 yards to the end zone. I would say a full football team couldn't do it. Like a full like on the field was it like 11 guys?
Yeah.
I don't think 11 guys could get Derrick Henry down. Normal guys.
Okay, in this situation, are we putting Derrick Henry? He just
Dude,
has the ball.
how about
He
how about yeah?
has a
How about
starting.
that scenario? He's at the other end of the field. These guys can set up wherever they want to go, but they have to at least give him like 10 yards of distance of breathing room to kind of like get going.
See, I think if you give him 10 yards right
It's
off the
over.
bat,
It's
it's over
over,
because he's got enough steam,
and
right?
nobody
I
wants to
think
get near that.
I think if you give him like 5 yards, maybe
All right,
or
how about this? How
less.
about this? You can set up in a full defensive or like a defensive formation. He's the
Okay,
only guy in the backfield. He's set up in the standard, like where a running back would be.
and there's
With
nobody else. There's nobody
nobody else on
blocking
the field.
for him. Nothing. He just has a ball.
Nope,
He's
nope.
sitting there. When you say
There,
go,
there,
he's going.
there's a center that will snap him the ball and get out of the way. That's how this works. Or a
Okay.
quarterback that will go like kind of like a fake snap and then hand it to him and be like, all
Okay.
right, go, buddy. Just like a
Okay.
halfback up the middle plunge
And you don't think a full football team could do it?
of regular guys. No,
I think they could.
I mean, dude, they are going to have to.
If you
It's
stack
gonna
that
take. It's gonna
line,
take all of them. It's
if
gonna
you
take all of
stack
them.
that line and you had everybody just go like a full on blitz up the middle because he's running up the middle,
Well, the
I
first guy
think
he
you
hits
could
is
do
dying. He's gonna die. So we'll go ahead and get him off the field.
it.
Second guy, he's gonna like kind of maybe stick an arm out. Arm comes flying off. He loses
Okay, so
that
tell
thing.
so tell me this: if let's say you got the opportunity to be one of the guys on the defense, okay,
I,
would you try to touch him, or would you just
nope.
be like, or you
I,
fake an attempt, and
all right, here's the only way that I think 11 guys get him down is if you give him if there's a cash prize. If you say, all right,
cash
each of you gets 10 grand if you guys can take down Derrick Henry.
Oh wow, okay.
I mean, it's a valid question.
Would you do it then? Would you go for it then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you, Derrick Henry. Immediately.
Immediately changes the answer. It's for 10 grand. I'm gonna fuck you, Derrick Henry.
Immediately gets hit, paralyzed on contact. Just like, oh,
Oh
it seems
shit.
the first guy is paralyzed
In
from the
that
neck down.
in that situation, would you try to do some tackle drills before with some of the other guys?
No,
Or
I
would you
don't
just
know.
go for
I'd
it?
be pushing the other guys into Derrick. I'd be like, all right, guys, go. All right, guys, like, all right, everybody would just be going for his ankles. They'd be like, all right, fuck his kneecaps. We don't even care. We're doing the most dirty tackle you can think of. So I would slide. I would actually, you know what I would do? I'd slide
You
tackle
slide
him.
tackle.
I'd slide tackle, just cleats fully in the air. Actually, I would just jump kick him, just not even tackle him.
Just 2 feet in the air towards his
The sad
chest.
thing is, like I could just see someone trying to do that. Derrick Henry just clips his feet and he just does like a full 360 and just goes flying off to the side like
Yeah, I was
a.
about to say the sad part is like you could land 2 feet into his chest. Like you could land 2 feet into
Yeah,
his chest while he's running, and you'd probably fly 10 yards. Like
he
he'd
just
probably just
catches
keep
your foot
going.
and throws you halfway across the stadium. Have you seen his training regimen? It's insane.
I've not
Have you seen
know.
that? He's like, you haven't seen him where he's like on the bands in like a push up position. They like rigged up these bands in a squat rack. He's on those like doing push ups on bands, and like I think there's a 45 pound plate on his back or something like that.
I've not
It's
seen this.
crazy.
No. Uh.
Oh shit! I
I
gotta
saw
look at
this
Derrick
like
Henry.
State Farm commercial where he like flipped a refrigerator or some shit.
Dude, yeah, I saw they got him on the. We should do. See, this should be like stuff that we do on our page. We should like do famous athletes and people's workouts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We should like be Mark Wahlberg for a year and only wear municipal. All right, let me share my screen so you can see this D Henry insane workout. Let me know when this rolls into your view.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so he's on the little Bosu ball or whatever it is right
Yes.
now, doing some pressing action.
This is pretty standard.
What do those weights say? Is that 100
That's
pounds?
100 pounds. That's gonna be 100 pounds
My
per
God!
per hand.
And he's on a ball, bro.
Yeah, just the most uneven surface. All right. Here we go. Some
Doing some
classic
pull-ups.
pull-ups. All right.
Okay.
But we're also going up and down at the same time.
Oh my.
American Ninja Warrior style.
Yeah.
All right. You think it gets crazier? It does. That dude's just a specimen. All right, here we go. This is what I was talking about.
Oh, dude.
That's impossible.
Dude, well, no wonder he's fucking jacked, bro.
Look at this guy that's also training.
You have to
him.
be so stable. Oh yeah, he's fucking jacked too. What is that, David Goggins' fucking twin
Looks like-
brother?
It looks like David Goggins and Adrian Peterson had a kid.
Yeah. Fuck, no wonder Derrick Henry's big as fuck.
No, I mean, and that also pisses me off a little bit with just how piss poor his running has been this year. I'm like, that's what you do to
Yeah.
train, and this is the result that gives you.
This is what we were getting.
Oh, good God! I've got the. They're. I'm just. It's auto playing Derrick Henry workout clips now.
What
This could be us.
he'll have a hell of a bodybuilding career when he's done. Shit.
We should convince colleges to send us through like a day of their football workouts, and that can be like one of our things. Like
Like
we
send us
go.
through a day of
No,
their
we go
workout.
like we go to their campus, go through a workout with the team.
That'd be kind of fun, actually. See how shitty we are. See how out of shape we are.
Even pad up a little bit, maybe.
I don't know
Get some
about that one.
drills?
I'm a pass. I'm a
What
pass
if
on that
what if
one.
that's what we do and we eventually work our way up? Tennessee Titans
Into the
gives us a call,
NFL?
and they go, "Hey, it's time. You think you can tackle Derrick Henry?" And we're like, God.
Fuck no.
Could you imagine? That would literally boost us to fame if we release a video that's we try to tackle Derrick Henry.
Oh well, yeah.
That's getting a trillion clicks. We're like, we've
Oh,
got to
yeah.
see this because someone dies. We do in parentheses, someone dies. Warning.
Somebody shits their pants. Somebody dies. You just see a little brown spot in their in the ass. Like,
Have you seen that video of the kid who gets in a fight and then shits himself?
no. I saw this video the other day.
Jeez, sorry.
It was
He
this
shits
little
himself
girl.
through jeans, dude. It's brutal.
Oh god, dude. Wait, and you can see it?
You can see it like physically staining his
Oh
pants.
no. So I saw this video not that long ago, and it was like this little girl, right? And this little girl, like they're like swimming. It's like at a beach or some shit, and she's like, I say she's a little girl, like she's like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years old, probably. And she's wearing like this like swimsuit, like one piece swimsuit, and like you see her back, right? And like something's going on in the video, and that's why they're videoing it or whatever. And then you just see like the little girl, and you hear like a little noise. You hear a little like that, and you just see a turd just boom right out of his ass cheeks, bro. And it's like and it like hits the back of her swimsuit and kind of like gives it a little teepee in the back. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, bro.
Dude, that is pretty funny. Just
That's what I have to look forward to, though.
yeah, that
Yeah,
is exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, dude, you're about to
yeah,
be dealing with so much shit. Literally,
yeah. I know, literally. Yeah.
literally so much shit. You're honestly
Fuck,
gonna be probably surprised by how much a human can shit in
dude, I
in one
can't do
day.
it, bro. I've already told Bree, I'm like, you gotta handle that. I can't do it.
I'm gonna vomit on site. First one I have to change. I'm gonna
Oh
smell
yeah,
it and puke on
exactly.
the baby.
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Literally, it's
just right onto the baby. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then like you're trying to clean the puke off the baby, you just keep puking. You're just like, oh god, it's getting worse.
what's even worse is
Wife
like,
walks in, she pukes all over both of you. You're like, oh god. It just starts like a
what's
chain of.
even
Have you seen
worse,
the
the Family Guy thing or whatever. Is that
yeah,
what you're
the
gonna
Family
say?
Guy? That's like their
Yeah,
big bit,
yeah,
right? Where
yeah,
everybody just starts puking. God,
yeah.
that never gets old. That never gets old. But go ahead.
What's worse is like I'm having a boy, which is like I'm glad I'm having a boy, but like I
Hell yeah,
know that there's gonna
dudes.
come I know there's gonna be a day where like we're gonna be tired or I'm gonna be tired and I'm gonna have to change him or whatever, and like he's gonna piss on me.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna piss right on your
I'm not gonna
face.
point the thing down. It's just gonna
You're
stream and
like,
just be a perfect arc and hit me right in the fucking
it's actually gonna
eyes or some
split.
shit.
It's gonna split,
Go
get both, and you get both
one
in
in
your eyes.
each.
Just like
Just
it's like,
start
how's he
wearing
even doing this?
goggles
I
or
don't know how he's
some
doing
shit.
this. That is a
Oh
fear that you have to
shit.
worry about when you have a kid. I think I'm more
Oh
worried
yeah.
about like I don't know. I mean, it's like it's your kid. I feel like it's the same as your pets. I know I can make that comparison a lot, but I don't mind cleaning up my own dog shit,
Oh, I do.
but someone else's. No
Oh yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'm gonna sue Chick
All
Fil
right,
A,
man.
bro. I say we are
Well,
rolling in at hour 15, and that's what we'll end it with.
yeah.
I'm gonna sue Chick Fil A for destroying me with their salads. But yes, thank you for listening. I don't think we welcomed you in, but we'll do the old outro welcome. Thanks for listening to another episode of Sorry I Spaced Out. And if you enjoyed
Be
this
on
one,
the
please
lookout
leave a
for
like or something. Check us out on YouTube. We're out there. We haven't done a
yeah.
little self promo in a while, so that's kind of where we're at. We got YouTube videos. It's about to be back on Spotify with videos. Sorry that I was the one who put the shutdown on that, but Hamley's about to bring it back. So
Yo yo
if you
yo.
want to be visualized on Spotify, go ahead and check us out there. But as always, once again, thank you for listening, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah,
Peace.
and check out our new one coming up here soon. Sorry
Yes,
I
and
grunted too loud.
yeah, sorry I
Just,
grunted too loud. Sorry I shit myself while lifting. So check that one out. Go to Waffles on Wheels if you're in Conway area or anywhere nearby,
yeah, yeah.
and we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.